Coalition in Washington, where we both serve on the Executive Steering Board. We asked Tracy Callahan to share her inspiring story with us. Tracy is not only a patient advocate, but she spent the last 2 weeks down in North Carolina helping flood victims. Great lady, Tracy.
Good evening. It is such an honor to be here. As Jack said, my name is Tracy Callahan, but most people call me the Polka Dot Mama. I'm a nurse, a mom, a wife, a daughter, a photographer, and a melanoma survivor. 5 years ago, at the age of 38, my husband found what looked like a suspicious mole on my neck. I went to my family doctor, who thought nothing of it, but went ahead and referred me to a dermatologist. I made the appointment, and the soonest I could be seen was in 4 months. I didn't seem worried because she didn't seem worried. So the day before my appointment rolled around, I was busy getting my kids ready for school. My youngest was about to start kindergarten. I just didn't think I had time for this. I didn't think it was important. I'm a Mollie person. It's how I got the name Polka Dot Mama. I've got tons of weird-looking moles. I always have. I just didn't see what the big deal was. But my husband really insisted that I go take care of this. I got to my appointment, and I'll admit, I was extremely annoyed. I was seeing a physician's assistant who just kept taking pictures of this mole. And she said, "Okay, you can go now. We're going to call. Someone will call you." And I remember thinking, I drove all the way here, you didn't even take it off, and all you did was take a bunch of pictures of it. Well, within an hour, I got a call from a dermatologist, whom I didn't realize at the time was the head of the melanoma dermatology program. She was really calm, but she said, "I need you to come in tomorrow, and we need to take the mole off." Again, I didn't really think much about it, and I got to the hospital. And when I walked in and I saw the team of doctors and the look of worry on their face, I started to realize that maybe this was more than just a funny-looking mole. When I stood up and I looked in the mirror, I had 15 stitches on my neck. Nobody had prepared me for that. Again, I went on to my busy life with my 2 boys. And 2 days later, I received a phone call that would change my life forever. I'll never forget the words on the other end of the phone. "I have good news." Great, I thought. "You have melanoma, but we caught it early." Time stood still. Did she really just say good news? How was that good news? Over the next 4 years, I've received that same phone call 4 times. The most recent melanoma being on my face, and it never got easier. I just realized I'm not even moving my slides, so I'm just going to show you. This was the most recent, which was actually days after being with the Begains at a conference. So in time, I did come to realize that my doctor was right. I am one of the lucky ones. Sadly, as you know, not everyone catches their melanoma in time. You see, people like me, I didn't realize the severity of how one mole, one abnormal lesion can actually kill you. I'm a nurse by training, but I still had no idea. I had no idea what to look for on my own skin. This was never taught to me in nursing school. The scary part is all 4 of my melanomas have looked different. But the one thing I can tell you that they all had in common is that they were changing, or as we call it in the melanoma world, evolving. That's why it's so important for people to know their skin, for people to do self-exams on themselves, and to be seen by a dermatologist. Detecting changes is actually what saved my life. Each year in the United States, melanoma is responsible for nearly 9,000 deaths. To put that into perspective, that's 1 person dying every hour of every day. By the time we leave here tonight, melanoma will have taken at least 5 people. That's someone's daughter, someone's mother, someone's brother, and someone's best friend. After my 3rd diagnosis with melanoma and realizing how lucky I was, I decided I had to tell my story. Nobody was talking about melanoma where I was. Inspired by the nickname Polka Dot Mama given to me by my 2 amazing boys, I started a blog and began to network with survivors and skin cancer organizations. The more educated I became, the more I wanted to educate others. Shortly after forming the Polka Dot Mama Melanoma Foundation, I had the great fortune of meeting Jack and Maggie Begain of Mollie's Fun. We met at one of the first Melanoma Action Coalition Steering Committee meetings and have been collaborating ever since. I was inspired by their ability to spread their message through high-impact videos, campaigns, printed media, and even spreading their message on the sides of buses. Imagine my surprise when once again I was with them the following year, and another organization that we collaborate with, the Tara Miller Melanoma Foundation, donated a 20-year-old school bus to my foundation. Of course, I had to polka dot it. So, inspired by Mollie's Fund and the amazing awareness messages that they were sharing in New York, I decided to turn our donated bus into a mobile screening unit. We call it the Shade Shuttle, the Polka Dot Shade Shuttle. It is amazing the impact it has had on our community. In the last year, we've screened over 800 patients in North Carolina and have detected some form of skin cancer in at least 15% of the people that we screen. Thank you. Unfortunately, we've identified numerous melanomas through our screenings, more recently in a young man who is 32 years old. We believe that early detection saves lives. I'm living proof of that. The screenings that Mollie's Fund is doing is making a huge difference in their community. Installing sunscreen dispensers is reminding people to live sun smart and reminding them about their skin. Mollie's Fund is supporting skin cancer prevention proactively. The work being done by Mollie's Funds is without a doubt saving lives. Their awareness campaigns and videos have been seen by people around the world, including me, long before I met them. The Begains work tirelessly to raise awareness in hopes that one day nobody will die from melanoma. In the melanoma world, they are respected by so many of us, and I'm so grateful and honored to call them friends and collaborators. So just as we work together, imagine what we can achieve in this fight against melanoma if we all work together. Imagine if we choose to use our voices to educate others to help expand our reach. Look at what Mollie's Fund has achieved by collaborating with so many organizations and communities and all of you. Each of you in this room can make a difference. But together, our impact will be profound. Let us work together to reach more people, to raise more money, and to make a difference so that nobody else has to lose their child, their mother, their brother, or their friend. Let's look for opportunities to do something new, to rally the community, to build collaborative bridges. In this room, I've met many of you. There is tremendous and wonderful potential. It is on us to come together and unite around one common cause. You've seen the great work done by Mollie's Fund this evening, and I hope it's helped you understand why their mission of increasing awareness for melanoma prevention and providing information and services on skin cancer detection is so important. It is a complete honor to collaborate with Mollie's Fund. And I believe that with your ongoing support, together, we can truly make a difference in this fight against melanoma. Please remember to live sun smart, to watch your spots. Trust me, it can save your life. It has been such an honor to be with you this evening. I thank each and every one of you, and I thank the Begains for having me here this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. You do a lot of great stuff. Thanks so much. Is Arthur Gillen in the house? Arturo, please.